before we start, I just want to thank you guys again for supporting us on all of our HSMTMTS reviews for season 2. And I want to let you know, when we're done with this episode review, that does not mean we're done with this entire series. We're going to go back in time to season 1, and we're going to review season 1 possibly the week after next week. I don't know when. I haven't thought of that yet, but we're still reviewing other shows, so I don't know. I'll figure maybe the week after next week. I don't know, but please enjoy the intro. What is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Jake's Television Reviews for High School Musical, the musical, the series, episode 12. And I got Josh is back and in the co-pilot.
Hi guys.
So he's
back
back.
in town again.
Yeah, back here again. Unfortunately, I did not have him last week, so we took a little weekend break. But now we're back. And yeah, we're episode 12 also came out last week, which we do apologize because we're a little bit behind on reviewing that, but let's talk about it now. So episode 12, High School Musical series, and this episode's called Second Chances. Now, also I also want to talk about the cliffhanger about what Lily stole in the last episode, because I did not reveal that in our last review. So Lily stole the harness when they were trying to Ricky's harness when they were trying to figure out Ricky's beast transformation. And how this episode starts. And Mr. Mazzara also got a call. I forgot to mention that. Mr. Mazzara also got a call. We'll explain more of that in the review, because I haven't gotten to the beginning yet. So So how this episode begins, we don't get to see the rest of the play. It's like they jump like forward like from that. Yeah, it's like they jumped like forward, so we didn't get to see the rest of the play. It's like this is like the aftermath, and Ricky and Nene have like those cards that they haven't written, but they wrote like notes to each other, and they thought the same thing, and they wrote the same thing, which is like that's not a surprise at all. Two minds think alike.
Guess so.
I guess, yeah,
Pretty much.
I guess so. And also we get to figure out like what Big Red's been doing like during the show, like when he's not like on stage. So he has a surprise for. Oh, and when he's not, also I forgot to mention, when he's not throwing up in the toilet and drinking Pepto Bismol, this is what he's been doing. He's been making this like sign for Ashlyn, which kind of reminds me from it's a little bit of a callback from episode 3 of from the Valentine's Day episode with the whole credits scene. I don't know. I think that's the same sign or it's a different sign. I have no idea, but it's similar. It's a little bit similar. But also let's talk about what happened with Josh's favorite character from this show, Mr. Mazzara. So
Oh my god.
Benjamin Mazzara.
My god.
So he got a call from Caltech as like an offer, like as like a position, like for like a robotics, like a like position or tech. I forget what it was, but he got offered like a sort of tech position, and it was so. And Cash Caswell was mentioned in the call. It's like, oh my god, that explains a lot. Kind of does. And yeah, that leaves Mr. Mazzara in a tough spot. Should he stay at East High or should he go to Caltech? Let's talk about the later, like once we're ending our review. But it's a good thing to think about. Good thing to think about. And also, let's talk about Portwell, because we're getting some Portwell like a lot in this episode, a lot more Portwell. So in the last episode, Jamie, Gina's brother, has been talking to EJ. It's like, I've heard so much about you. You're such like a brother to Gina, brother figure. And that really kind of
friend zone, huh? Fair fine.
Friend singles EJ out, a little bit. And yeah, we'll get more into that later. But then they go to the whole cast goes to Second Slices for their celebration, like for the main keys. Which this is like when you end a play, sometimes you have like an after party, and it happens at why did I almost called it Second Slices, but no, it's Salt Lake Slices. That's what it's called. Big Red's Big Red's pizza place. That his family like owns the company. And literally we're getting a lot of Howie and Courtney in this episode. So Howie opens his heart up again in this episode, and I guess he's forgiven. I guess Courtney and Howie are now officially a thing. I guess.
Again.
Again, like couple episodes ago they were starting, but then Howie's been keeping a secret that he goes to North High, so then that happened. And yeah, should we talk about like the song in this episode, or should we talk about what happens with the main keys? Because I'm trying to think, because I want to talk about what happens with the main keys.
I guess start with the Yankees, I guess.
Okay.
Start with that.
So the main keys. Big question is, does East High go forward with the Yankees, or does something else happen? So they do end up getting like an envelope of like all the nominations, and they could be on a like nominees list, but unfortunately how they were feeling, it's like, isn't it a little bit, I feel like we've already won. Isn't it kind of like worthless, continuing with the main keys? We had fun, I figure, we should just move on, just accept it that we done this, we did our job, and it doesn't really matter to us. So they drop out of the main keys, which I actually thought they were gonna do. That was my first thought. My second thought was they were gonna win, like the Yankees, and win all that moolah, win all that like cash. That like, what was it, 50,000 or like 5,000 like dollars? But no, they didn't. They dropped out of the Yankees, which that's a good move. I would have made that move, if I lost that competitive spirit. And even Lily and Antoine even like crashed their after party, and they're saying your show was good. Your show was good. So I guess, I don't know if that ends the rivalry, or there's still something.
I don't know. They just kind of came out of nowhere. It was just like, yeah, we're nice now. And they're like, no,
we're nice.
we still don't trust you. And then they feel all defeated. Like,
we're not gonna be jerks to you.
It's like, well, this came out of nowhere. Like, where did that come from?
Yeah. And
you stole his thing in the last episode. Why would you come back and like? I don't know.
I don't know either. And then there's this I forgot to mention, there's this conversation with that happens with Gina and Nini, and Gina's like, Nini, would you want to take your songwriting to the next level? There's someone who I think you want to meet. And that's of course that's Gina's brother Jamie, and that leaves us with a lot of questions that we should explain later. And also Lily like opened up like her feelings to Ricky. And you know what, hell, let's go to the song. We only get one song for this beautiful finale, called Second Chance, which there's always a second chance for everything. And yeah, I thought it was a good song, but I want to explain more when we get our list. We both have our list of like we made like a top 14 HSM like favorite songs from the season. So I have my list right now. Josh has his list, and we're just gonna go up by 14 to what we have for number one. And
I have 10. I forgot it was 14. I didn't know it was 14. I have 10.
Oh, it's 10. You might have to improvise here. I don't know. But okay. So, and also not all of the songs from the season are on this are on our list, but we did enjoy all of them. But just keep in mind, if you have a favorite song that I did not pick, I'm sorry. I couldn't fit it on the list. This is just what I have. So let's start at number 14, which Josh, you're gonna have to improvise since you don't have number
Yeah,
14.
I know. I got that.
So I guess I'll start. I for number 14, I put something in the air from episode 1. And this was the song where it's the opening song, song dance. This is a good opening song. It's like I feel like this like when when school lets out for Christmas break, this is how I feel. So that's why I put this song on this list, and I thought it was a good opening song for the beginning of the season. So Josh, what do you have for number 14?
Yeah. Well, I'll have to agree with you on that one. Something in the air.
Really?
Probably it's a nice little like poppy, I guess, intro to the season. It's right out
Wow.
the gate. It's kind of like it's all right. It's it does
So
its job.
so I guess we have the same for number 14 because I'm shocked because I thought my list was gonna be so much different than Josh, but we'll keep going and
Oh, it could be.
let's see. So
It could be.
number 13, um, I picked the High School Musical 2 medley, which was also from episode 1, and it had like a lot of HSM2 callbacks. And I love this song "You Are the Music and Me," and I love that they sung that. And unfortunately, they did not do High School Musical 2 for the season, but we did get to hear these songs because they thought they were going to do High School Musical 2 for the season. So they were very good, like reimagined, like remastered. So all right, that's just me. Josh, what's your number 13?
I guess my number 13 will be what was that one? In a Heartbeat?
Oh, in a Heartbeat.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
That was
that
like
was from episode 10. Yeah, episode 10.
something like that.
Yeah, episode 10.
Yeah, it was a nice little like I think it gave Carlos's character the time to shine and to
Yeah, I
kind of
agree.
give a little bit of rekindling. It had a nice little like
Oh,
Ricky's little accompaniment,
you.
trick acoustic. It was all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
the nice little.
you. All right, so we have a different number 13 for number 13, but let's get to number 12 on the list. So I have 1, 2, 3 from episode 2, sung by Courtney, Ashlyn, and Gina. And I picked this song because this song was stuck in my head like after episode 2 even came out. And I love that. I love that they let Ashlyn dance a lot in this season because Ashlyn is a really good dancer. Julia Lester, you are a good dancer, young lady. You are a good dancer, even though you're older than me by a couple months, but you're still a good dancer. And I like how you had the opportunity to dance. Of course, aside from Dara Renee and Sophia Wiley, they're also really good dancers. And I just love how this was kind of like a Spice Girl or like I like how that like imagination sequence was. So, all right. I guess that leaves you, Josh. What do you put for number 12?
12. I think I'll give 12 to Granted.
Granted.
Yeah. I really liked how that was edited, especially in that particular scene.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, we got the warm colors and it fades to cool, and it's like, oh okay, I get it.
It was interesting how they had the winter they brought like the winter effects into that when they showed.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, but yeah, that was our number 12. Let's get to number 11 now. I picked. I'm getting into Beauty and the Beast songs right now. Well, this is my first. I picked the Mob song from episode 7 because just how this song was, they made it feel like it was like a song from Descendants. If you guys have never seen Descendants, like go watch it and go listen to like the soundtrack to either 1, 2, or 3, because this song literally sounds like any of those songs. And just, I thought it was great, kind of like it was kind of like a dance off, sing off. And but unfortunately, Nene this is the only like song that Nene isn't like a part of, like with the whole like group songs. But yeah, but all right, Josh, you're number 11. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That was a nice. That was actually a really well done. The actress who plays Courtney, she actually really good rendition of that song. I think.
Very good.
Yeah, it sounded like her voice accompanies that tune and that melody very well.
That was from episode 3. And that was actually the last scene they shot before they shut down due to COVID. That was the last like song, like, or last scene that they shot before like the COVID shutdown. So
nice.
Just want to let you know that, because I don't think I told you that. But all right, number 10. What's our number 10? So number 10 for me, I picked The Perfect Gift from another song from episode 1, and this was sung by Ricky. So Ricky couldn't really afford anything like to get to Nene, so he decided, just like to save his money, just to write a song for Nene, and that was The Perfect Gift. And I loved it. It was cute, just the Rini vibes, one of my favorite couples in this whole show, Rini, support Rini. Josh, what'd you put for number 10?
This one's kind of unconventional. I I picked the Youth Actors Conservatory anthem, specifically the Olivia Rodrigo the rendition that she does.
Oh, Olivia.
Just because, like, I don't know, there's just something about that where she's like, okay, she kind of took a song that otherwise is done in a way that's, very stoic and very, it's supposed almost like a church anthem, but not quite. Well, not quite as fun as a church anthem can be.
That was
church anthems can actually be kind of fun, but like the way she did it with the little ukulele and the way that it was, the way that it kind of fit in with the plot of that particular episode and the way that it was,
from
her interpretation of it, I thought, not bad.
Yeah, from episode 2, I forgot to say that, from episode 2. Typecasting, that was where that
start getting to the ones that I actually recorded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I actually have a set list here.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go to number 9. So I picked another Beauty and the Beast song. I picked Gaston from episode 8. It's just, oh man, Big Red and EJ, they are so great together singing that song, and they're so good as those characters. And just like to hear like Big Red, he gets more, recognition, like it's like more like singing in this season, because I don't think we heard from him at all in season 1, and this is kind of his first time like singing for the first time in this show. Yeah. Well, that's my number 9. What do you got for your number 9, Josh?
Yeah, this is where I start getting into even more of the Beauty and the Beast songs, just because that's what most of my list is composed of. Mob Song.
Oh, the Mob Song?
Yeah. Cool. Mob Song, I think, like, is it as good as the original?
That's a good.
To me, not quite.
It's a good question.
I think there were certain, like, there were a couple things that I liked about it better than the original, and there were a couple other things I liked that they were kind of like, whatever. I think I think there was the little guitar lick that was in there somewhere in that
Yeah, I
version.
think
And
it
I was
was
like,
it was
okay, that's a nice little addition.
yeah, it was like the beginning. I mean, reimagine, yes, it's good, but better than the original. Little similar, but not really. You
I mean,
know,
come on, Alan Menken. How can you like Alan Menken, dude? You
sound
can't
making.
like he wrote the original and then you have the original recording that exists. I mean,
Yeah,
I just had no idea it was gonna be turned into like a dance song. That was like it's kind of an odd one to turn into like a breakdance song. But I
yeah,
mean it works for what it is.
yeah. I mean, for like a mob song, that's interesting to put it in like a pop like down now drop the beat
Everyone just
boom
starts
boom boom
breakdancing. Like,
boom.
yeah, guys,
Yeah,
Alan
yeah.
Menken, let's go.
Little trap
Breakdance,
house
yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, for number eight, let's go to number eight. I got another Beauty and the Beast song. This is from episode 2. I got Belle for number eight because I love that song. That song's dear to my heart because I love Beauty and the Beast and just how I like that they sung it for their audition like part like in the episode. I thought it was good just to hear all those voices. Although Ricky kind of fell a little during that song, but still hearing the rest of the characters was good. Even Lily, even though I didn't like Lily in the season, but I loved to hate her. But her voice was very good in this song too when she like finally like belts out during I think that's the bridge of the song.
yeah.
Yeah, the bridge. All right, Josh. I'm losing numbers. 8. What's
Hey,
your
yeah.
number 8?
Okay, my number 8, the Rose song.
The Rose song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do actually have quite a bit of respect for Olivia Rodrigo as an artist, and it's kind of interesting to see her do something that's a little more positive.
Yeah. From
It's interesting to hear because I know like she hasn't
yeah,
quite made it. Like she's currently in the makings of like getting a name for herself
yeah, from
because she has an
from
album
episode
out
6.
and her album is like all has one, like a singular sort of like, oh, I guess a breakup sort of ex-boyfriend kind of tone
Kind of.
thing.
I literally
Some aspects of pop punk, some aspects of
some
like kind of dark or
somebody
whatever.
somebody on TikTok like put the Rose song on top of Let You Go because they are both in the same key. So
Oh, interesting.
it's interesting, but
Yeah, like
yeah.
but I mean, it's interesting to kind of hear her sing something and write something, and I think she wrote it, right?
Yeah, she wrote
Yeah, she
it.
wrote the song. Yeah,
Absolutely. She wrote the song.
yeah. So it was kind of interesting to like see her sing something that was a little bit more upbeat, something that has a little bit more of a positive vibe to it. And when I mean upbeat, I mean like lyrically speaking,
Yeah.
semantically speaking. I
This
think it's very singer-songwriter esque.
yeah. Yeah, I mean that song was from episode what was it? I think 6. Yeah, before 7. Yeah, 6. So yeah. All right. So that was our number 8. Now number 7 on our list. I picked Bet on It by Joshua Bassett that Ricky sung in episode 1 and he sung again in episode 2 for his audition song. Uh that song I like how like Joshua Bassett like sung that. I was like, yay, he gets to sing that, but they're not doing High School Musical 2. And it also almost sounds like a Descendants song as well, kind of a little bit like in the pop like aspect a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah. I like how, you know, Ricky got to have a Zac Efron moment again in the season. Well, just for this episode, I guess. You know, since they are going into Beauty and the Beast for this season, they were. So yeah. All right, Josh, what do you got for your number 7?
Number 7, the High School Musical 2 medley.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, if you got a piano at your house and you've got a bunch of musical theater kids at your house,
It works.
I mean, stuff like that would happen.
It does.
And it was a nice little, all the songs had, you know, nice little transitions between one another. And
Yeah.
it was cool. It was kind of cool. I was like, yeah,
It's
nice to
interesting.
hear all these songs again from.
Yeah. I also found it interesting because I did not know that Ashlyn had owned a piano. This is the first time like we're seeing that in this season. So now we know Ashlyn owns a piano in her house. But let's go to episode 6. We're almost halfway. We're almost done with our list, but we still got a long way to go. But number 6, I picked "In a Heartbeat" from episode 10, sung by of course Carlos, accompanied by Ricky. I love how that song like played a part in like the plot of the episode. You know, Carlos doesn't know, wants to apologize to Seb, and he doesn't know like what to say. So Ricky is like, you know what? Let's write a song. Let's both write a song, and that's what you can say to Seb.
Yeah.
I love how the song was, and it was a great moment. We got a little Carlos's first solo there, and it's good that Carlos gets his solo in this, and he didn't in season 1, unfortunately. He didn't get his own song, but we get it.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 6, Josh? What do you got?
Number 6. I'm gonna go with "Let You Go."
Oh, okay.
Episode, what was it? I don't know. I can't remember
9.
what episode it was. It was the last episode that was.
It was 9. It was after 10.
Yeah, it was
Before 10. Before 10. It was before
something
10.
like that.
Excuse me. Before 10.
Yeah, I was like, you know, it was another one. It was another ballad that, you know, I picked, and it was a Ricky solo, I guess. Yeah, Ricky's
Yeah.
solos, and understandably, you look at it in hindsight, and you're like, well, song doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in the long run, since she does end up back with her anyway. But I think it was well done in the moment. It was one of those like in the moment kind of songs where I was like, oh, it's well done. It's well composed. It's got a you know,
Yeah.
got a nice little message there of like, yeah, sometimes, you know, you love someone that much, you gotta let them go.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's hard to feel. All right, number 5. Let's go to our number 5. So I picked for number 5. I picked the Rose song from episode 6. I was getting a lot of Wondering vibes from season 1. That song from season 1 called Wondering, and you know, it's just I love hearing Olivia Rodrigo sing. She is a good singer, and I love that like her career is really taking off. It's like she might be able to like to get nominated for a Grammy. This is like the new like Billie Eilish here, and like I like how
That's 5 Grammys all at once.
Oh God.
Hoard them all.
I like how in the show, like at the end of the episode that we're reviewing now, is like she gets like an offer like for possibly a music career. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But I picked the Road song for my number 5. All right, Josh, my brother, what do you pick for number 5?
Number 5. I picked Bet on It.
Bet on It.
A lot of this
Right.
is mainly just due to the fact that Bet on It was my favorite song of the second movie.
Same.
In fact, I believe it might actually be my favorite song amongst all three movies.
Okay, that's
Just
fair.
for just for that reason alone, I was like, it's got to be at least in the top five. This version. Again, it's another case of I think Zac Efron, he manages to kind of pull it off himself and like his own way.
Right.
But of course, I'm always going to be partial to the original,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Zac Efron version. But
Respect.
I think like there's a little bit of extra reverb that I think was added in his version
Yeah.
or in this
Li-
particular
a
version. I
little
was like,
bit.
oh, okay, that was kind of missing from the movie. I was like, it's kind of a nice little addition.
It's a little bit. They made it a little bit different than what was in High School Musical 2, but
Add a little bit of that echoey reverb and then
yeah.
make it sound a little bit more booming. Kind of make it,
Yeah.
sound less like a 2000 song and more like a
This is
late
like
2010s or early 2020s
2020,
song.
2021, kind of. But yeah. All right. Number four. Number four. Let's go. So I guess I'll start because that's the order. I guess we decided to go in. I picked from episode 3. I picked Even When and the best part. Uh, sung by Ricky and Nini. It's a good
The little
duet.
mashup duet thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How it I love how it like it ended up in that episode. How they're singing it over the phone. They can't be in person on Valentine's Day. Do it over the phone. And I thought it was really good. And yeah, I know how to play it on a guitar. And now since I have a ukulele, I now know how to play it on the ukulele, which is not really that hard. It's basically the same chords as the guitar version of the song. It's the same. Yeah. All right, Josh, would you pick up for your number 4?
Number 4. I gotta give it to my boy Gaston.
Yes, Gaston.
If it's got, if it, I
So
mean,
free to see you, Gaston. Looking
again,
down in the dark.
mostly based off of the fact that I just love the original song Gaston,
Yeah.
but I
I
do
know.
like this
I
version
know
as
we
well.
all
I think,
do.
yeah, I think EJ and Big Red. Big Red's actually kind of adorable
Yeah.
to an extent. He's got the little baby cheeks, and I'm like, oh, his LeFou is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, he,
Yeah.
and the way that it actually wasn't that much of a remix, it was actually kind of identical to the original, at least instrumentally speaking, it was rather identical to the original version.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Kind of
didn't try anything new. It wasn't
like
like the mom song where they're like, let's make it a dance remix thing. They were like, let's just keep it simple. Keep it the original. It's an upbeat song, but we'll keep it to its, like vaudeville, Broadway roots.
yeah, it was up like more than that. Nothing like the 2017 live action from the 2017 movie. That it was the same song, but they did changed up some of the lyrics, and it was a little bit different because it is a live action
Slightly.
movie, and that's what Disney does a lot sometimes with these
That's what they're
movies.
doing now. That's just how they do things now.
Yeah, I guess so, but all right, number 3. So what I picked for number 3 was I picked Let You Go from episode 9. Ricky's first ballad in the whole show. And I love the origin in the episode, like how the song was written. And he was trying to write the song, but he was having a hard time. So after he heard the song from like I was performed by his friends, that's where he got like more more pushing like forward to
Yeah.
perform the song. And and I cried. It's a beautiful song. This song will always be dear to my heart and be one of my personal favorites of this songs of this show. Of this show. Yeah. All right, Josh, what do you pick for number three?
All right, my number three is a little bit unconventional because it's not a full track necessarily. It's
Okay.
kind of more of a moment, really.
I guess it still counts.
It's
What is it?
the music in me during the very
Oh,
end of the last episode.
oh yeah. Yeah, I get.
I know it doesn't really count, but I'm counting it.
You know
I'm
what?
counting it.
It's not on the soundtrack, but it is in the medley, but it's not on the soundtrack. That yeah, they did perform "You Are the Music Me" again in the episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
count
know what?
that because
I'm gonna allow it as a judge here. I will allow it. So
I I'm gonna count it myself because that moment was like, well, again, if it was any other production at all of just, even if it was a high school production, actually doesn't matter whether it's high school or if it's done like if you're living here in San Diego, like if it's at the Old
right,
Globe or
yeah.
the Rep or however whether you're 10 years old or if you're 50 years old. If you do a musical, you're bound and it's like closing night, you're bound to do something like what they did in the Bluebirds or at the very end. Because,
Or the
they'll
Balboa Theater. I
yeah.
forget what that.
And it was nice because it felt natural and I was like, well, at least this at least feels natural. I'm like, you know, I've been in that kind of situation before. And of course, it's a situation where it really happened because it was behind the scenes and it was
Yeah,
the last day that they shot or something,
that was the
from what
last.
it said.
That was the last thing they shot
Yeah.
from the season.
And they are just like, we'll include it in the final part. And it's like, whatever,
It
he
was
do the
good.
guitar and then we'll have everyone else kind of join in. And it was nice. It was like a nice
Yeah,
little
it,
closing.
yeah, it was nice. I like that they included that in the episode. But all right, almost off our list here. It's a little now. My next songs I have. It was hard to decide, but I picked them. So number two, very hard to decide. I'm going to say that again. Very hard to decide, and you know, it really killed me to pick this decision because you know it's just that like all these songs like you can't put all on your list. But for number two, I picked "Ain't Seen Nothing Yet," of course, again from episode 9. Performed by these high kids, except Ricky though. That was the only one that Ricky wasn't a part of since he was basically a sad boy throughout that whole
Pretty much.
episode, pretty much. But I liked how it was. The group songs are very good, and they're still good in this season. I really liked it, and almost felt like Born to Be Brave, but not exactly like we're all in this together, but it's a little similar. It's a little bit similar. Not the same, but it's similar. Kind of. But Josh, what's your number two for your list?
All right. My top two, or like the next two that I'm on the list, were blowouts. These are the first two that came to my mind. Both of them are ballads. But these were like the two that I was like, if these aren't the top two, I don't know what they are. Um, my number two, for nostalgic purposes, was The Climb.
Okay.
Seb's. I think
Yeah.
it's Seb's only song.
Yeah. I think it was
Yeah,
Seb's solo song from episode 5, the Quinceanero.
yeah. Because I mean, when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna be a different rendition. But then it like, when it's in a different key, when it's kind of done in a sadder, like it's kind of more melancholy question mark. I guess you could say, but like I guess you could say more heartfelt as well. It just felt raw. It just felt very raw to me.
Yeah.
And also because, having a vocal performance class when you perform songs like The Climb and you mash it up with other songs like This Little Light of Mine and
Yeah.
Never Enough from The Greatest Showman, because believe it or not, all three of those songs can mash up together very well. And that's exactly what I did in vocal performance class. Like, what was it? Junior and senior year of high school.
Yeah, I like
Great memories.
yeah, I like The Climb too, but unfortunately, I'm gonna say this now. It has not paid my list, but I did enjoy that rendition of that song too. So number one, we're getting to the ending point here. This is our favorite song out of the whole season. Well, just on this list, and you know what? What I picked for number one, I feel like this should be number one. I don't know. I like all the songs, but this like fits in one of like the classic songs. I picked, God damn it, Second Chance. So freaking good, and it's just how it like was the film that it was like they were all like in their. I forgot to mention this, but I was saving this for the top thing list thing. But they were all in their same like outfits of season one of like episode one. They were all in the same like clothing. I don't know if you noticed that, Josh. They were all in their same. It's like this like it takes. I guess you could say kind of. I mean, imaginative. It kind of takes place after like season one's end. I mean, season one, episode one's ending. Maybe I don't know. It's a good thought to think about, but I love how it was like performing, how it was handled, and there was like a part in the song where it was kind of feeling like Rents, Seasons of Love, 5,000, 25,600 minutes, and so and so, when they're all like when Nene, EJ, Gina, and of course Ricky are like all four of them are standing together. Yeah, so that's my number one. And if you guys hated Second Chance, then you are a sick person, a very sick person. And
All right then.
I don't know what else to say. It's like
I don't know.
it's like
I mean, it's
if you hate Second Chance, it's like, oh, okay, then I got a problem with that. We need to talk, but yeah, that was my number one. Josh, we're ending our list here. What'd you
all
pick for
right.
number one?
Well, my number one song that hasn't been mentioned yet, but it was the one moment where I was honestly like, "Oh my God, this like this is the moment where I'm feeling things, and it's actually like, holy crap, it was well done. It was, and delaying the inevitable. It's If I Can't Love Her."
Oh, you picked that song. That was from episode
Hell yeah,
8, most
I
likely too.
I think it was episode 8 or
It was
something.
I said that episode 8, most likely
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
But that was like the one song where I sat there and it worked so well with the editing and
Very good
the
editing.
different little moments that happened one by one, back to back.
Right.
And I was sitting there like, the season could end here, and like they could have at least had one more episode after that, and I would have been happy. I would have been like, this is a great way to kind of be like a precursor to the final episode. I mean, it wasn't, but I mean, like there was. It's just the moments that I felt, and also the fact that, what is his name? What is his name again?
Howie.
Howie. That's right.
Howie.
Yeah, Howie, the guy who plays Howie, that guy needs a raise. He did an outstanding job with that song.
Yeah,
It's a
make
Beauty
him
and the Beast
like
song.
do like what they did with Joe Serafini, like with Seb, how he was a recurring character in season one, and he promoted to a series regular. Promote Howie to like a series regular, because like, yeah, I agree with you, Josh. Roman Banks is very, very good. Like, in
Yeah,
the past.
his voice, man. He knocked that crap out of the park with that song. And even though I probably would say that like overall Gaston is my favorite song from Beauty and the Beast, probably. I really liked this version of her. Because it's just I was, it's the one moment where I was honestly floored. I was, his pipes, his vocal pipe,
They were good. They were good.
just
They were on
the
point.
melancholy nature. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I bet a lot of you kids were feeling that. Well, I was feeling that with the Rainy breakup. I thought it fit well, but
The thing with everything, I was like, holy crap, dude.
yeah. Anyways, let's wrap up the song list. That was our list to like our top 14 list of songs from this show, from this season. If you guys, we want to know what your guys' lists. Let us know in the comments below. It's like maybe our lists are the same, maybe they're different. Who knows? Because who knows? All right, let's talk about the how this episode ends, because it's how they handled it. It's odd and it's interesting and it's kind of exciting a little bit. So Ricky calls Lily. Why did they do that? Why can Ricky just get back together with Nene? Why did they have to? Out of all the things they picked, they decided to do that. Why? It's like Lily literally screwed with everybody the whole entire season. Why? I don't know. I really don't know, but
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this episode was just making a lot of decisions at once. And I was like, well,
yeah.
okay.
Ricky, if I were you, I would have picked, getting back together with Nene and be like, literally be like, no, thank you for your offer though, but you really like screwed with me and the rest of my friends, but so I'm gonna have to decline your offer and say no. And we see Nene talk like calling Jamie, Gina's brother, who's the music producer.
Oh yeah.
And Gina's first kiss is with EJ, which we get our first Portwell kiss. Well, guess what? You don't get it because they didn't show it. I thought they were gonna show it, but they
Well,
didn't.
and the point was then, all right. It's like whatever.
Then we get a
Sit
Natalie
there and you're
Bagley saying buckle up Wildcats, because this summer it's about to get big or something like that. And that could be like a tease that there could be a season 3. It's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed, but the little teaser there that season 3 probably will happen. And also I saw a new ship, and I don't know. It's interesting and a little bit odd they decided this. Natalie Bagley and Antoine, the French exchange.
Oh, it was kind of there. I don't know if I don't know if it was that prevalent. It was kind of there, sort of.
I mean, if there even is a season 3, if they date, I would find that interesting. I don't know.
That's just a lot. If they did that, then that's a lot of main characters.
That's a lot.
It's just the entire show is just composed of main characters now.
Dear God.
It's like, all right, pretty much.
Ew.
But I mean,
Anyways, yeah, I like this episode, but the the decisions for like some of the characters.
It was a lot. I mean,
A
the
lot.
whole like blooper section and then the whole season 2. I don't
Yeah.
remember them doing that in the season 1.
Yeah. Also, when you're finished with the episode, don't exit out of Disney Plus just yet, because you get like a little bit of like outtakes and You Are the Music and Me. You get a little behind the scenes kind of.
A little bit, yeah. They kind of tossed, yeah, they tossed a lot of like cliffhangers in here, and then they like threw the bloopers section and the behind the scenes, little bit of behind the scenes stuff
Yeah.
at like the very end, and it was like, wait, so is season 3 happening? Like you have all these cliffhangers, but then you're like kind of
I
alluding to it
mean,
ending with like all these bloopers and stuff, and I'm like, huh.
I kind of already like assumed it, kind of like just like how popular this show is. This like before the show even like started, when Disney Plus came out, it was already renewed for a season 2. So it could happen. Anything is possible. Oh, I forgot to ask you, Josh. What did you think of Second Chance?
It was pretty good. I probably put it right outside of my top 14, probably in my top 15, and theoretically it could change
Oh.
whichever within my top 15. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah, my list is probably gonna be different now, but that was my list for this video. But anyways, that's it. We reviewed all the episodes. Thank you guys for watching. I guess that's, well, folks. Like I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Will there be a season 3? It's possible, but it's not really confirmed. But we don't know. But if there is a season 3, we will review season 3 like once that is confirmed, and once it coming out, probably next year, such. I don't know. It's not confirmed, so I can't really say, and I don't know.
We don't even know if they're filming it or not.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I don't know if they're filming it or not.
Yeah, I know.
They could be. I don't know.
I know they're not filming it yet. I know they're not. Well, it's. Why am I saying that? I don't even know if season 3 is like. They're probably gonna confirm it soon, but not quickly, since the show ended. Season 2 ended last week. Not the show, but didn't get canceled. Disney Plus did not pull the plug, so it's probably gonna continue. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Hit the bell to bell icon to keep updated with my channel. Like, favorite, share. That's pretty much it. So yeah, we are gonna, as I did mention, we are gonna go back to season 1, all the 10 episodes, and that's probably gonna be the week after next week. I really don't know, but we'll figure. I'll figure that out. But all right, videos. What do I have? I did 2 videos last week. I did Monsters at Work episode 5 review. That's the first Monsters at Work review I did without Josh, which that will not happen again. I will continue the series with Josh, but it's gonna be my only solo episode review that I did, and that's up. And also Jungle Cruise review, go check that out. That's up. We got Monsters at Work episode 6 review, which is coming out Thursday. We got Turner and Hooch episodes 2 and 3, which we didn't do episode 2 last week. Oops. So that will be this week. And we got some reactions this week. Well, I got one. I got Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer 2, and of course Josh is gonna do his separate.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my since it came out, I was like, I'll think about doing that. I'm gonna have a trailer 2 for that. Let There Be Carnage coming out soon. I'm gonna have my Ghostbusters Afterlife 2 trailer coming or reaction thing, we'll probably go in depth
Or we're doing that
for
together.
Ghostbusters stuff on that one.
I was gonna get into that.
Oh, you're gonna talk about the what was it, first trailer reaction?
Ghostbusters. So yeah, I'm gonna do the first trailer reaction with Josh, and Josh, do we just decide we're gonna do both the second trailer separately, or do you want to do
I think
that?
so. I think so.
Think
Yeah.
so? Yeah. It's a lot.
I do declare or believe so.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do that. It's a lot for us. You know, we make a lot of videos each week, like sometimes. So we'll keep it as that. And a Suicide Squad review, Josh and I are gonna review that, and that's gonna come out on Friday when the Suicide Squad is out. So you guys will get that. Um, that's pretty much it for right now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Copilot and my brother Josh. He's got his Army of the Dead review coming. He's got
Coming soon. I already told. I got that. I have coming soon. I have the 2 reactions that I just mentioned coming soon.
yeah.
And
we're
yeah.
we're also doing a MCU tier list for your channel. That's also coming soon. Yeah, we don't know when that is.
Coming soon to a theater channel near you. I don't know. It's not a theater. God, it's in theaters, man. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, I guess that's it. I guess we should wrap it up here. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I love seeing your love and support, like of all the reviews we did for this season, for season 2. We are gonna go back to season 1, so don't you worry. We're not done with High School Musical, the musical series. We're not just gonna say we're done after season 2. We are gonna go back to season 1, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, and we'll see you in the future. Peace. Don't forget. Rock on. Rock on. Rock on. And make sure you guys are vaccinated, because I've been hearing things about the Delta variation of COVID coming. I don't want to talk more about that.
Yeah.
Off topic there, but
That's a thing. Just stay safe.
Also, there's something you should learn from Second Chance. There's also always a second chance for everything to happen, which I forgot to mention. So, yeah. All right. Bye, folks, and we'll see you later.